What do you mean waiting? I'm here. Why isn't that working? I am live. Live. Come on. It says waiting for me. It says I'm. I don't understand why I'm not live. Huh. That's interesting. Waiting for Ann Laura. It's like waiting for Godot. I'm here. Oh, that's the lag. Okay. All right, folks. Anytime now. It's okay. Riri, good morning to you. So lovely to see you. And Beth, good morning, my fellow Ianite. We are survivors of another hurricane. I think you got hit harder than I did, though. I heard that New Smyrna Beach had I heard a wind gust up to 74 miles an hour, and I think you got a whole lot more rain than we got down here in Melbourne. Did you lose your power, Beth? So good to see you. It's beautiful here today. Oh my gosh. The pond is like a piece of glass. So, and it started to recede a little bit. And earlier there was one lone duck out there. I always feel sorry when I see a lone duck because they mate for life. He's either a bachelor or he's lost his mate. But I don't know how hot it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be in the mid 80s, but I'm so happy to see you ladies here. We got a lot of rain. We are dry with power. That's the best, isn't it? It's great having power. Totally blessed. That's the way I feel. Now, where I live, all the utilities are underground, which really helps with losing power during a hurricane. But yeah, I feel so bad for the folks over on the other coast. They got slammed. Man, we are blessed. We certainly are. And with this hurricane, he kept on changing his mind. Initially it looked like we were going to not get anything, and we were classified as a tropical storm for so long. And then kind of at the last minute, and it looked like Tampa was going to get it, and then he started shifting south and starting going south. And then the next thing you know, we're no longer a tropical storm. We're a Cat 1, I think. I'm assuming a Cat 1 hurricane. Good morning, Barb. Nice to see you. And so many, oh my gosh. Yep. And over on the West Coast, there's nothing left. Man, I just can't imagine the rebuild. So we are blessed. And we're getting ready for another one. Good morning, Mitzi. So lovely to see you. I'm on my own this morning. Carol normally joins me, and I usually join Carol. Carol had some things to take care of yesterday, and one of her beloved dogs, Luna, is not doing well. And so she's not able to be with me today because they're trying to find an emergency vet for Luna. So your thoughts and prayers to go out to Carol and family and Luna, and I hope that everything works out for them. So we've all had pet issues. I had pet issues earlier this week with Lily. Borderline, yeah, that's what I would think. Borderline Cat 1. Yeah, it had to be barely, yeah, because the winds didn't really get more over maybe 40-ish miles an hour. But so think about Carol and family and Luna and wish them well. And so I'm going to start out. We got a couple of us here, and I appreciate you being here. I'm going to start out with another story from good old Robert. And again, we've almost, yes, Mitzi. Good morning, Andrea. So lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see how this goes. And we're almost done. I mean, there's some other stories in the beginning here, but we've pretty much read the whole thing. One Sunday morning at a time. So, in the beginning of books and at the end of movies, There appear the credits, lists of those to whom recognition and appreciation are due, without whom the book or movie was not possible. In that spirit, as one summer ends, I write my own credits. These people, and some bugs and dogs, made life sing for me with unknowing gifts. Thanks to the large man in the red dump truck for the mercy of not blowing his air horn at me while I was daydreaming through a green light. Thanks to the small puppy dog trying desperately to make love to a much larger senior lady dog, reminding me that high hopes are part of passion and that lust is often blind. The patient toleration of the object of his affection is likewise applauded. What harm? Thanks to the fat, waffled, wrinkled, graying old lady, that sounds like me, in the faded blue bathing suit, sitting in the children's wading pool in the park on the hottest day of the summer, taking all comers in splashing contests, for reminding me of what real beauty is and that childhood can be forever. Thanks to the small boy in the grocery store who grabbed me from behind around my knees and hugged me and called me daddy, and hugged me once more even when he saw I wasn't his daddy, for handing out free samples of small joy. Thanks to whoever planted marigolds in the parking strip on 15th Avenue. Not content with making a small piece of no man's land beautiful, you added the sign that said flowers. Have some. Thanks to the three young white women playing heads up in your face, knees and elbows, and take no prisoners hard hat basketball with young black court hotshots one morning by the lake. And thanks to the young black court hotshots who picked the girls for their team in the first place because they could really play basketball, for showing me that ERA is not dead in all the courts of the land. Thanks to the ex-president, Jimmy Carter, for spending his summer rebuilding houses for the poor with the Humana Group. The value of your presidency still to be judged by history, but the powerful example of your character shines now. He just had his birthday, 98, I think. Thanks to the four deaf people speaking sign language at the market that Saturday who I knew were telling jokes. Don't know how, but I knew, for including me in the laughter without words. Thanks to the Dixieland band that showed up to play in the park that Sunday afternoon just for the fun of it, and played as if it were a birthday party for everyone on earth, for making me forget that people die. Thanks to the old geezer playing the harmonica in front of the drugstore downtown, who, when asked where to put money, said he didn't do it for the money, but for the company, and wore a t-shirt that said "Over the Hill" and "On a Roll," for making me look forward to getting older. Thanks to the flat-chested young woman at the swimming hole who bravely stood her ground while the policeman wrote her a ticket for indecent exposure for going without her top. And thanks to the policeman who didn't insult her by leaving her out of the arrest procedure when handing out tickets due to the more amply endowed, for keeping dignity alive and part of justice. Thanks to the mailman in my old neighborhood who still remembers my name long after I moved away, for delivering friendliness first and the mail second. Thanks to the disabled man riding in the electric wheelchair with the sign on the back, "Honk if you're horny," for reminding me of the courage of good humor. Thanks to the spiders of August who kept me walking slowly and alert and aware through my garden morning and evening, for making me see their work and think about my own. Thanks to the old mongrel dog that came and sat quietly beside me one morning by the lake, for selecting me to receive his silent, undemanding company. I was honored that he would sit by me. Thanks to the janitor who sings in the halls of the building where I work, for putting keep on the sunny side in my mind at day's end. And thanks to the service station attendant who washed my car windows anyway, even though I was at the self-service pump, for reminding me that I should not go around not seeing all there is to see. And there is more. The girls of the summer were abundant, The gifts of the summer were abundant, and there is more news of the world than is reported in the daily paper. And the news is good, and the gifts are free. That was a good one. Oh, did Riri leave already? Well, I'm glad she stopped in. See you later. We were just talking about that. There are so many gifts. We talk about that, and we forget just the little things. And he tells those stories so well because he is just so observant, and I guess that's his job. My phone is dinging, and I don't know why it's dinging, so I apologize for that. And I'm afraid if I turn it off, you probably can't even hear the ding, so it's all in my head. That was lovely. Wasn't that a good one? Yeah. It's always good to be reminded of the credits, so to speak. At the end of every day, we have credits, right? Something got us through the day. So I said that I don't know whether anybody read my thing. I really late had tough getting going this morning, and I posted something in my Facebook page, and I don't know if anybody even read it. It doesn't really matter. I said zentagle, Inktober, zentagle, and I'm gonna attempt one. I'm not real good at it, and I've been thinking about what, and if I did Inktober, what would it be? And oh, you're welcome, Missy. So I have this book that I've had for quite some time, and I thought, well, I have lots of books in my. I am the most easily enabled person to buy an art book. I'm embarrassed how many I have, but I've had this one for quite some time, and I have messed around with it, and it's perfect. One zentagle a day, and oh, thank you. Oh, that makes me feel so good, Andrea. I can't tell you. Yeah, I had one of those nights, when you don't sleep. So that was one of those nights. So this was my first one for yesterday, and let's see. I don't know whether my camera's gonna focus. It's not really behaving, and I apologize for that. And I have the autofocus turned off, and I bought a new camera, but I still haven't made the proper adjustment. So let's see, will it focus? Focus, you freak. I should be like Janet. But that's the first one. And the book is, yeah, it's not going to focus. All right. So the book is One Zentagle a Day, and it's a 6-week course. So obviously there's more than enough to get through the month of October. And it comes with this card. And I didn't notice it really. It was here. It's over here on the side of the book. And it tells you to cut it out. Cut it out. No. And it tells you this is the official the 11-step Zentagle process. And the first thing you're supposed to do is relax. So I'm relaxing, trying to relax. The second thing you're supposed to do is breathe. Well, I think that's a no-brainer. And then the next thing you're supposed to do is you're supposed to admire the paper. So I've already cut my little cards out of watercolor paper, and they're 3.5 by 3.5 if you want to be official. And I figured, well, why not go for it, right? So you're supposed to admire the paper and tools. And the tools are typically a micron pen, preferably a 0.1. And I have a bigger one to color in some of the bigger, a 0.5, and a pencil. 2H pencil. And then you draw the border, which I'll do, and then I'll draw the string. And then with the pen, draw the tangles. And with the pencil, you shade in the tangles. And with the pen, initial the front and sign, date, and comment on the back. Now, I didn't read the directions all the way yesterday, and I put the date on the front of that one, so I'll know better today. It helps when you read the directions. And then you're supposed to reflect and appreciate. So today seems to be, I see a theme here of appreciation. So I'll appreciate what I've done and then admire up close and at arm's length. And I've already done that. So if you're game and if you wanted to, get out a piece of paper. Now, the nice thing about this is they give you this is day 2, and it's called pattern as tonal value. I have no idea what that means. I think value has to do with shading. I really am very ignorant when it comes to those terms, and I'm assuming obviously this is shading, and I know that the shading is very important in the final product of this Zentagle. But the nice thing here, they give you, good morning, Joyce, welcome, so lovely to see you. They give you daily tangles. These are tangles, and the zen is when you are like, I don't know, go while you're drawing. That's the zen thing. I guess it's meditative. So, and then you practice these, and they give you, as you can see, they have the red, and then you add the black. And then over here, it says using the 11-step process, create a Zentagle tile. These are tiles with the 3 new patterns and any of the patterns previously learned. Hi, Deb. Good morning. Thank you for being here. So lovely to see you. So I'm going to do this process. I'm going to do the tangles. And then I guess when you put them all together, then you have the Zentagle. And this book is written, the person that authored this book is a CZT. A ZCT is a certified Zentangleist, I do believe. And you go to school and you become a CZT. Becca Krolula. In this book, if I can put this information in my description if you're interested. I don't know when it's Corey Books. They do a lot of art books. I know that. I have a whole bunch of their books. And this was 2012. For and to show your appreciation. Yes. I just read a whole thing. You just missed me reading Robert Fulgrim's story today, and it was about summer credits, and he was just being grateful for all the things that had happened through the summer, and then all of us, we have appreciation. It's just kind of been the thing, and it's we appreciate one another, and especially in this community. This is just an incredible community to be in, and hang out with all you wonderful people, and everyone is so appreciative of one another. I know I'm going off on a little tangent here, but because I'm trying to stall drawing. No, I'm not, kind of. I had some plumbing issues the other day, last week, and one of the maintenance guys came to fix the problem, and he had to put a snake, a big snake, not a real snake, like a rotor-rooter snake, down through the outside pipe. He went all the way to the sidewalk, and I have a huge oak tree in the front yard. And I'd had this problem before, and whatever it was, he broke through, right? And then as he was rewinding the snake, unfortunately, at the end of the snake were roots. Roots are not good. So I'm thinking I've got a potentially serious problem. So they were in the middle of putting up hurricane shutters because this happened Monday or Tuesday, and the whole crew here were putting up hurricane shutters in anticipation of Ian. And he said, well, it's fine now. You'll be okay. You live here alone. You don't use a whole lot of water. We'll be back Monday, and we'll bring the camera to see, stick a camera down there to see what they can see, the roots. And I've known this man. His name is Ricky. I've lived here 22 years, and I've known Ricky for 22 years. And I said that to him. I said, Ricky, we've known one another for 22 years. And he said, yeah, you lived with your mom over on, and you remember where my mom and I lived. And I looked at him and I said, you know what, Ricky, I really appreciate you. And he looked at me and he gave me the oddest look. I don't think anybody told him that he's appreciated. And he is. And I think we forget to tell those people, people that are there behind the scenes. We appreciate, and I think he was kind of shocked when I said that to him. So hopefully I will appreciate him. I'm sure he'll be here. They'll be here tomorrow. And I don't, all the work they're going to do is outside. But so a little bit more on appreciation. So I appreciate that Ian missed us on the East Coast, and I feel bad for those people that are building their lives again. All right, so we are Good morning, Janet. Good afternoon, Janet. It's tea time, or almost tea time. I'm having a cup. Well, I'm not having a cup because a cup is tea. This is coffee. So I'm doing a zentangle, and I'm going to start out. These are tangles, and I'm going to do these. And if you want to, I wish my camera focused. Oh, well, it's not too bad there. I can see it. I'm looking over on the other the iPad. This is another one. So I'm just going to, and these squares are supposed to be 1 inch by 1 inch. And I can be real anal. Oh, let's be anal. You don't mind, right? So here, this will give me a 1 inch square. Looky there. All right. These things are fun. I mean, if you want stencils, this is really for someone that's doing a house. This is for doing blueprints. I mean, some of them even have toilets in them, and one even had a little pig in it. This has a basketball hoop in it, a security light, a motion detector, a bird feeder, a lawn chair. Interesting. Oh, this is a yardskeeper. All right. So this is the Knight's Bridge. Enough chatting, and I will. I know, right, Deb? Here's another thing that happened the other day. I'm sorry. I was going out to my car, and I had bought. Hi, Ruth. Good morning. And I was getting ready to unload my groceries into the back of the car. And I had the kitty carrier in the back of the car because I had to take Lily to the vet on Monday morning. Good morning, Crafting with Kristen. So lovely to see you. And I had bought a case of water in anticipation of, you're supposed to have water for 3 days. I'm sorry, between you and me, the most important liquid in my house is my case of vodka. I know you're shocked that I drink, but let it be known that anyway. And he saw the case of water, and he was going to work. He was going on his shift or whatever. And he saw me and he stopped and he said, well, let me put that case of water in the back of your car. And he said, well, let me unload the groceries. And he saw the kitty carrier. And he said, oh, you have a cat? I have a cat. And we started talking about cats. And he didn't have to do that. I mean, yeah, that's kind of his job. I don't even think he had clocked in or whatever they do. He was just, and he turned, and I tried to get his name tag. And I feel bad because I didn't get his name tag. Because if I had, I would have taken the time to write a letter or, let somebody know. But I'll remember him, and I'm sure I'll see him again, and I will kind of get his name, because I would really like to tell his manager or somebody, how he made my day, how he made that little bit of small conversation. We saw the cat carrier, and I said, well, I had to take my cat to the vet, and he said, oh, I hope everything is okay. I mean, just a nice young man, and again, just have to take the time, and I hope that I can, put something in writing for him. So all of a sudden, I've got all these unbelievable stories about people just going above and beyond. So I will go like so, and I'm going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So we'll just do 3 lines here. So I guess we all can think about simple things like that. And I have another great story that I think I can tell and draw at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Well, maybe not 4. Maybe just 3. And it happened in Halifax Airport, Ruth. I went to Nova Scotia a couple of summers ago, and I flew from Orlando to Halifax. And I usually travel with I'm going to color in these blocks, as you can see, every other. And because of my arthritis and, bad knees and stuff, I usually request a wheelchair. And I got into the terminal, and there was an airport man that worked at the airport. And he helped me so much. He obviously took me to baggage and all of that. And he was just so above and beyond. He helped me manage. I guess there's a way that you can kind of you have to put your passport in the machine. You don't go to a live person. And, and he was helping me use that, the machine to scan my passport. And then when he got out to the parking area, my phone was dead. And I couldn't phone my son to tell him where I was. And he immediately just gave me his phone. He said, call him. So I called Dave on his phone, and then Dave found me, and he helped, he took me out to Dave's car, and we went on our merry way. And he just was just so helpful and cheerful. And you could say, well, yeah, that's part of his job. And I'm thinking, oh, what? Oh, that's okay. I went here, and then that's okay. I colored this all in, and I got his name. I asked for his name, and I wrote, it took me forever. I went to the Halifax Airport website, because he didn't work for the airlines. He worked for the airport. And it took me forever, but I finally found someone that would probably be who he would have worked under. I finally found a department, and I wrote a very long email. And then I also wrote a hard copy letter, and I mailed it off. Now, whether he ever got recognition from that, from, one of his higher ups, I don't know. But I'm going to do it shows some, again, this is the tonal value here. So this is I'm just going to just do a little like this. And it's amazing. I know that just this little bit of shading, I mean, the black part would have been done with the pen, and I'm just jacking here. So I don't know whether that makes. So that's the Knight's Bridge, and that's eventually. Yeah, it. And what is it? Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, obviously, I always tip these people, I always give them a really good tip, but a written letter to a higher up, or an email, or some recognition, really does that. Means a lot too. Um, one more. I got one more. I have one more. I can tell you, and this is, I guess that was my. I guess, let's see. Okay, four little doohickeys here, and then you come down a little bit and you do another four little lines here, and then here, and then down in the corner here, like so. And then you come over and you go diagonally. Kind of over that, and then diagonally between here and there. And then, whoops, oh well, I'll go diagonally here. I've done this one before. And you can go diagonally here, and then, well, I kind of screwed that one up. But I've done that one before, and I know how to fix that when I get into this thing here. And then you fill that all in, and then you would, again, do some shading. This pencil's not really the greatest in shading. It's a little bit too hard. I have a financial advisor, I guess you want to call him. I hooked up with him when I moved down here in 2000. And we've been together. We've been together through the Great Recession. And ups and downs and all over the place. And I have to, I'm just going to, just excuse me 1 second. I'm going to mute and blow my nose. I don't want to put you. So Jeff and I have been together for 22 years through ups and downs. And when the stock market started to kind of crash during what we call the Great Recession, so to speak, I would look because you could, and I would look every day. All right, thanks, Deb, for stopping in. I appreciate it. And Jeff said to me, I have good advice for you. And I said, yeah, what is it? And he said to me, don't look. I said, what do you mean? He said, just don't look. Don't look. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm doing the best I can. Just don't look. So I stopped looking. I stopped checking my investments. I just didn't look. Best advice he ever gave me. So now you have these two little squigglies, and then you're just gonna kind of fill that space in with little squigglies, like so. And so I stopped looking. And eventually, some of the investments came back, some of them didn't, but he took, he did good by me. And I just decided to sit down and write a letter. Now, mind you, this guy is like vice president of investments for UBS. I mean, it's this huge international, investment. And he's like kind of high up in the organization. And I wrote a letter just telling about his relationship and how we'd been together. He'd been taking care of my finances for not 22 years now, 21 years. And that he and his, assistant had been just wonderful. And how he'd gotten us, me through. And, I felt very secure. And I saw him maybe a week or two. Now, this was a hard copy, a typewritten letter that I mailed off to the company. And I saw him about 2 weeks later. I had a regular appointment with him. And he said to me, corporate showed me your letter. They sent me your letter. They gave me a copy of the letter that you wrote. And it couldn't have come on a better day. I had just gotten off the phone with a client of mine that was very upset with me, pretty much screaming and yelling at me. And then I was handed the letter that you wrote. And he said that meant so much to me. He said it made my day, and it was just was wonderful. So again, you never know. Oh, hi, Aunt Bex. Good morning. So happy to see you. I'm babbling on here about being appreciative, and we're all kind of thinking about how lucky we are. So Carol's having a Luna's not doing well, so they're caring for her. So that's why she couldn't join me today. And Aunt Bex, you saved me yesterday. You really did. If you want, anybody wants to come on, I'll be happy to send you a link. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon, Safia and Gail. So great to see you. And so we're all hanging in Leah. Yeah, Luna's, yeah. Well, I'm glad you like. Well, we all have great stories. Janet, you have great. We all have great stories. We've all, Yeah, Luna's not doing well. Get my breakfast now and watch on the TV. Okay. Well, I am in the process of just babbling on and trying to do a zentagle following this. So this is the Knight's Bridge. This is the neck tone, and this is, I have no idea, Fescu. Fescu? I have no idea. So now, hi, Mika. Oh, I'm sorry. You still have headaches. That's not fun at all. So now this is where we get to get out the official where we had pulled. Oh, wow. You got, oh, I guess you did. Is her house low lying? We have to get over to put the rug back down. My mother was dead. Did you have water in the house? I hope not. Oh no, Safia. Chicken pox. Oh, yeah, those are wicked, aren't they? And they're itchy. Oh no. Oh, that's right. You did tell me that her house was a tri-level because you're always afraid of all the stairs for her. Oh my gosh, Safia. Oh, my heart goes out to you. Her 5-year-old is still pretty much recovered, and now the older brother has it. That's what happened. My boys got it like that. And they were about two. My sons are 2.5, almost 3 years apart, and they, one right after the other. Oh gosh, not fun. Not fun at all. I guess, I don't know. I guess, is there a season for chicken pox? I don't know. I'm just reading. Yeah. Do you put calamine lotion? Do they still put calamine lotion on the chicken pox, and try not to get them to? Yeah. Yeah. Sending you love and support. Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's a, oh man, Janet, that's so well put. That's exactly how you feel. You feel so isolated. That's for sure. Oh, geez. Oh, everyone, read what Safia. Oh man, easier this time now. And when the smallest got it, we were Saturday night just before Sunday, and then bank holiday for the Queen's funeral. No pharmacies. Oh, so no calamine lotion. Oh man. I heard baking soda. Yeah, baking soda. Yeah. Gosh, I remember those. Oh my gosh. I remember, I think in my youngest son's first grade class. There were 21 kids in the class, and I think 16 of them are out with the chicken pox. It just went through like wildfire. Yeah, no fun. Oh, oatmeal bath. Yeah. Don't they, isn't Avena make like an oatmeal, like bath soap or something? All right. Geez, I don't. So you're supposed to make 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to go, and you just kind of, you don't have to be, you don't need a ruler for this. You just kind of go like so. And you don't ink them. At least I don't think you do. Now this is, now this is only going to be used for shading. Now this is where it gets, okay. Now I'm going to do this little squiggly thing here. This is known as the string. Oh, I think, no, you do that in pencil. Yeah, I'm sorry. You do that in pencil, not ink. And the string can be anything you feel like. Ah, Stuart Little. I love Stuart Little. I want to come watch Stuart Little. That's a great flick. All right, so I'm just going to go like, maybe down around here and maybe up here. No, maybe like so. So now that's where the pencil went. Let's see, you are making your future memories. Yeah, okay. This is true, Andrea. These are future memories. Right now, you may not think of it that way, but that is a good way of putting it. Yes. Yep. All right. Now I've got all these I can't get this camera. These are all my, I'm sorry. I wish I could. I don't know how. I have the autofocus off and it's just doing its own thing. But I have all of these strings. I guess these are cool strings. And now my job is to fill them in with these things here. All right. Oh, you're all with me here. True light. Hopefully you're all having that. Is that what they're called? Ampex guidelines? I didn't know that. Huh. Okay. Guidelines. The string is the foundation, but it's just a suggestion. All right, here we go. Okay. I think I'm going to do the Knight's Bridge in here. All right, here goes nothing. I'm going to go like this. And like so. And like so. And maybe one more down here. Like so. No, I didn't see that. You made, oh, that's cool. Pirate swords. Would you, at the years later, not at the time. This is true. And I'm going to come down. Let's see. Let me go like so. Oh boy. Oh well. This is mine, right? And it's going to be wobbly, but that's okay. Right? All right. So now this will be easy if I don't screw this up while I talk. I'm going to color this in every other square. Okay. If you've never done one of these, they're pretty, as you can see. If I can do it, they're not. This is when I kind of cheated and went to the bigger micron because filling in these squares makes it difficult. Well, not difficult, but this will make it go a lot faster. All right? And honestly, it's well put. Arting to save your sanity. Well, I'm not gonna be on next Sunday because I don't think I am, because my grandsons are gonna be here, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I could stream with them here, and I'd have to move my camera and all this whole operation into my bedroom and close the door for 2 hours, and I don't think that's a possibility. So I'm probably not gonna. They're flying on the red eye flight from Salt Lake City to Orlando. And I think Richard said they're arriving at 6 a.m. next Saturday morning. And I will go up and pick them up. We're not doing Disney this year. I know there are a lot of Disney haters out there, but personally, I love Disney because, good morning, Amber. They do it right. It's ridiculously expensive. It's obscenely expensive, but all those parks are obscenely expensive. And there were people, Disney actually closed for Ian, and that's unheard of. Unheard of. And there were people that were sheltered in place who were staying on the grounds, and they interviewed this guy, and he said, yeah, they closed the park, and we're from out of town, so we had to shelter in place. And he said, if you ever had to shelter in place somewhere, Disney's not such a bad place to have to shelter in place. They were staying at the Polynesian. We stayed at the Polynesian once, many, many years ago when the kids were little, and I was still married. My ex's parents' mother would pay for us to go to Disney. But, when the kids are really little, it's not fun. Richard was 2, and he was too little. But we're not doing Disney this year. I really don't I need something here. This is too wide a space, but then that'll be too small a space. Oh, decisions. I'm gonna, I don't know. I think I'm gonna put another line in here, just right there. Artist's choice, right? I like that better. All right, so, but then I can put one here too, can't I? Is that right? Yes, here. I'm sorry, folks. The last time we went to Disney, is that right? Oh, well, if it's not, it's not. It's okay. We stayed at it's Fort Wilderness, and it's a cabin in the woods. Yeah, I think, yeah. Good advice, Aunt Bex. So I think I screwed that up. Oh, well. You won't tell. Hey, Jan, at least I can't do this upside down. Well, I could probably do it upside down and backwards. We stayed at Fort Wilderness cabins, and it's really nice if you're with a family because it's a cabin in the woods with a deck and kitchen, and there's a queen size bed and bunk beds, and then there's a sofa bed that opens up in the living room, and you just can take the launch over to Magic Kingdom or anywhere you want to go, and you can park your car right next to your little cabin in the woods. I like that the best. And but this year we're not doing Disney. We're doing Legoland. Woohoo! Both of the boys are into Legos in a big way. And we're doing Legoland and Universal. I've only been to Universal once, and I'm getting a little bit too old for the roller coasters. We went to Disney last year, I think. And I don't think I can, I don't know that I can do that anymore. I mean, I was on Thunder Mountain roller coaster, Space Mountain roller coaster. There's a Mount Everest one. I went on all the big, yeah. Well, you're right, in the actual woods. Well, it's kind of in the woods. It's better than being in a hotel room, I guess. Uh, I went on all the big roller coasters last year. Don't think I can do it. My problem is getting up out of the roller coaster because they're kind of low. And then they have those rides that don't stop. And I'm always afraid that my knees are going to give out. And then they will slow down the roller, that moving conveyor belt. But I don't think I'm going to. I haven't told Richard that. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to. I mean, we'll get a scooter. We'll rent a scooter for me. But I don't know that I'm going to do any roller. I don't even know what rides are at Universal, to be honest with you. And Janet said you loved Legoland. You're dressed and ready for, but waiting until the last minute to leave for headache man's benefit. Oh, hubby's got another headache. I'm sorry. That's miserable. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Legoland. I guess obviously there's a Legoland in Denmark because that's where they're from. See, I screwed up here, but that's okay. We won't look at that, okay? Pretend I didn't do that. All right? Just pretend it didn't happen. I think I'm going to use this pencil. And then I'm going to do a little shading, shadow, shading, tonal values. And now I'm going, tension related. I'm now going to add tonal values. I think that's the proper term. I don't know. They kind of go like so, at least on this one. And you're supposed to use no, I'm screwing this up, but that's okay. I betcha by the time October 31st rolls around, these are going to be looking pretty spiffy, don't you think? Well, hopefully I'll get better. Have to compare the first. I know usually they have shadows beneath like each one of these, but they're not showing that. All right. So how we doing? Everyone loves Legos. Yep. We have Lego here. Oh, you do? Oh, you like Universal too? Okay. All righty. Then I will try to get psyched. I get really uptight. I get very nervous. I don't know. What am I nervous about? I'm trying to think, what am I going to feed them? They're going to be here. Richard, sometimes stays a little bit too long. I mean, I shouldn't feel that way. But I think I'm going to, this is a big space here. I probably should have, well, let's see. I'm going to just do a smaller space here. Oh, Lily. I could do, let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm being such a, I'm going to do this over here. And there's kind of the boys are $11 and 7, and they're getting pretty big. And in the past, they have slept together. I have a queen size sofa bed out on the porch, and they have slept together on the queen size sofa bed. they're kind of getting big for that. And I don't know how much longer that's going to work for them. It reminds me of Mitzi's yes, I still do. Like I just did I did the Volkswagen Bug Lego. I bought that a couple of years ago and put that together. And you know what I just saw? A guy, and I sent Carol a picture of it, and it's only $169, but somebody designed Van Gogh's Starry Night in Legos. It's the paint, it's a 3D Starry Night. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I have no carpeting. It's really a hard floor. I'm thinking if they squawker, I can always put one of them. I can always put one of them on the floor on the couch out here. I have a little place, and it's gonna be. And then Lily's not right. I mean, she's not well. I've got this big area here that I don't particularly care for, and I can do this here or all of these, or I can just do another. What do you think? Another line? Maybe I'll just cheat and just do a line in here because I just don't like that space. I'll come up here like so. Lily's not. We're all having pet problems. I don't know. And it'll be interesting. A couple of years ago, we have something called medieval times. Yeah, check it out, Leah. Check it out. Google it. Put down Lego Starry Night. It is unbelievable. And I saw there was actually an article about it was a student that designed it, and it was like his dream. I guess it was a contest to design like a Lego set, and he designed Starry Nights, and they made it, and it's selling for $169. And he said that was like his dream come true. Just so, yeah, I would, and where did I saw that? I don't know where I saw it. When you're online, you see stuff flashing by. So you do that, and I'm going to do this like so. Well, my oldest son was a real Lego fan. My youngest son, not so much. But David had a lot of Legos. And he just sent them all to his nephews. So now those Legos all are in Utah. And my father had a trunk. He was in the military, and it was like a Foot Locker. And it was a Foot Locker full of Legos. He didn't send the Foot Locker because that would have been ridiculously expensive, but he sent all those Legos out to the boys. And they're all mixed up. Dave had the sets like the fire department and back in the day, and maybe some Star Wars stuff because Dave's old. Well, relatively speaking, he's 46 years old, and so he had some Star Wars stuff, but all of the Legos were all taken apart. They were just pieces, and he packed them all up and shipped them out. And Reed, my oldest son, he has built a sports stadium. That's unbelievable. And he's got bleachers, and he's got the locker rooms for the athletes, and he's got the press box, and he's got parking areas, because he's got hockey guys. So he's got a place for the Zambonis, and now he's built a city, and he's making little video stop action movies. And he showed me last Sunday that he's built an airport. So I saw the airport and the airplane, and the Lego airplane is made of all of these different colored Legos. Nothing matches. It's the most colorful thing you can imagine. And he's got all the different Lego people, and he has non-Lego people. He doesn't care. They're just, and the stadium is full of sports, and he calls it the Reed Center. His name is Reed, and it's known as the Reed Center. And I bought him a light like I have on my crafting table so he can light up his stadium. And then he bought a string of colored lights, and he can change the colors so he can have like night games. It's funny. But I think it's great because now he's gone from, he plays, he plays video games. He does a Minecraft where they build stuff, but now he's become a creator, not just a player. He's now creating movies and building stuff, which I think is really cool. Because I'm his grandmother. Don't I sound like a grandmother? Of course I do. That's my prerogative, I guess. I didn't know, my oldest son and his wife have decided very adamantly they are not having children. So, oh, I need to color the. How are we doing here? Am I just bothering that? Life is fun for people who remember how. Yeah. Yep. I agree. This is what we do. This is our play. These are our toys. I mean, it's, so creative. I was thinking, I didn't know what to do today. Honest to God, I really didn't feel comfortable doing this because I don't feel that, anyway. But I just, I figured, what the heck? I'm among friends. And, if you don't like it, that's okay. I mean, tune me out, go some. But you guys are here, and I can bullshit with the best of them. I shouldn't say that, but I can. It's my channel. We're all grown-ups here. I'm not too thrilled with that, but I'll do some shading in here. Let's see. Do some shading in here and here. I know that you're supposed to do a little shading here. We're among friends. Yep. Oh, Aunt Bex, thank you for sending me the dimensions for the zine box. And I did, I'm so proud of myself. I actually went back and I posted them in my description box from yesterday's video. So if you want to check that out. I'm not crazy about that. Maybe, yeah, I'll come back to that maybe. I actually got another piece because I thought I would make it again because true to form, I did mine right upside down, didn't I? Oh, thank you, Deb. That's okay. I really like these, and I think I'm going to put those circles here. And these little squiggly things, maybe, I don't know. Well, if I put the thing like that, they could go up here, couldn't they? I don't know. Those are going to be a challenge. I might. So they got some other things over here, too. I remember. I'm just rattling on. All right, let's do these little circle things because those are pretty easy. And I can put, anyway, let me just do circle things. All right, this is, you can't really screw these up. I have some, other zentangles. I've done like whole page zentangles, and what's fun is do zentangles on the Procreate drawing program that's on the iPad. That's really fun. Okay, here we go. How we doing on chat? Yep, absolutely, Safia. I'm game to try things, and my problem, I don't know whether I I give up too soon. I give up on myself too soon. Um, and that's my bad, you know. If it doesn't come out really, you know, I'm not going to say perfect because there's really nothing perfect. But if it doesn't come out to my liking, I give up. And I don't stick with it long enough to see improvement. And that's on me. And this, you know, I don't know why, but I've gone back and I've found some older, I guess I'd call them sketchbooks because I really don't sketch, but they're, I guess that's what you call. And every once in a while, I've come across something that I did like 2016, you know, and I'm going, oh my God, I drew that? And then for some reason, I don't stick with it. And I'm not patient with myself. And I think that many, I don't know, I should only talk about myself. I'm just not patient with myself. Yeah, every Zen doodling piece I make has checks and usually flowers and circles. I just can't help it, but that's fine. Okay, got to get some hot tea. Okay. Yeah, we are. We are our own worst critics. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I watch the stuff that Aunt Bex creates and Janet and the little, you know, I get the biggest kick out of Janet's Flo. Flo has her own little palette and clothing. I don't. And the owls, I only made one owl, and I want to make the others, and I think you know I could manage that. And I was all intentions of making the second owl, and I went to the wherever you had the pattern posted. Was that your community page? Anyway, I went to there and I saw the pattern, and I said, "Oh, good." And I printed it out. But it was the pattern for the one I'd already done because I wasn't paying attention. That's me. Not paying attention. I think I've told this story before, but when I first got my driver's license, I had a few accidents. Just fender benders, nothing serious. And my forefather, oh my Lord. He would say to me, God damn it, you've got to pay attention. I know that. Poor man. I think that's good. Is Malia coming? Oh, hi, Kimberly. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here, listening to me ramble. And now I'm gonna do some little shadowings in here. Kind of squiggle around here and here and here and here and here and here. I'm not. I really would love to know what's causing that to ding. It's driving me. You can't hear that, just me. Well, let's see. Well, it's starting to look like a zentagle. Riri, you're back. Welcome back. Riri, welcome back. Okay, now I can repeat. Did you hear that? Bling. That's the weather thing. Bling. Becky's Inktober. Are you doing Inktober? Oh, you have the same book? It's a beautiful book. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I've done this little squiggy thing, this thing here. This one's a little bit difficult. It's kind of a little... I figured I would just start from day 1 and go through until day 31. I don't know. Becky, are you doing? Okay, Deb. Hope hubby's headache gets better. Okay, now, Lily, no, I fed you. I wonder, do I dare? Well, I am. I'm going to do it, and we'll just see how this goes. I'm just going to come up here like so and do one of these little thickies. All right, that's a little bit too big, and oh well. Now come here like so. Let's see. Lily's right down here crying. And I've already fed her. I fed her. And she never, and Becky and they all know she doesn't get fed in the morning, but she's in pain. And I have pain medication for her. Oh, that's kind of interesting. That kind of just hanging out there like that. I like that. All righty. Geez. I think I'm going to do some more, ooh, man. Maybe this over here. I'm going for it. I'm sorry. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 3, 4. This is kind of, I've done this one before, and it's kind of easy. You know, it's a quickie, and it's easy. And Lily, I can't give you anything. All right, that's not bad. All right, I like that. She's going nuts. I don't know. And I'm not happy with the whatever the vet did for her. Okay. Now. Oh, Lily, 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 Lily. I know, I know. I'll put a couple of these little circles over here. Go to sleep. Go back to sleep. I just don't want her to be in pain. She has arthritis, just like me. Isn't that weird? She's got arthritis just like me. Yes, poor Lily. All right. I'm in a, geez, I don't know. I'm in a, I can't do that. I can do maybe that over here. But I got to find something to put there. And maybe. I know. I can go. This is, I'm going to go back. I don't know whether I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to. I think I'll try this ziggy-zaggy things like I did. I'll do the ziggy-zaggy things maybe in here. Let's try that. Should I go this way or this way? I think I'll go this way. Man, I don't know. All right, here goes nothing, folks. Make a commitment, Nan. Make a commitment. Put it down in ink. No going back now. And this pen is not really, it's kind of out of. Now, I'm kind of catching up on Malaya. What are you up to? I'm missing. Are you gluing? Oh, you do 5x7? That's big. Well, that's kind of messy, but it's okay. And then you shade this like down off on, like on one side. Just do a little shading here. Like so, maybe. And give it like, it's like a mountain ridge, like so. All right. See here, I don't know. Let me peek. I can do these. I will do those. I'm cheating. This is day 3. It's not really cheating. These things are cool. I've done those before. All right, here goes nothing, folks. You just put these little dots in here like so. Like so. Kind of like so, and like so. And like so. And kind of spread them out like so. And then you're going to go, I'm going to do a circle around this like so. So these are like, they remind me of peppermint candies, right? Well, that wasn't too smart, Ian. All right. All right. And then we just kind of go like dink, 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 do, 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 do. I may have ruined this, but again, I've got 30 days to get better. But that'll look, once it's shaded in, it won't look so crazy. Hi, Devin. I got your zine. I got a zine from Devin. That was such a fun. I got the zines, and I got the zine box. Doesn't get any better than that. But I gotta make. And you know what? I even found my original zine. Well, I kind of maybe not. Well, but you know what? You see, you just put a little bit of down under this, and down under here and here, and a little, just a very little bit of pencil down here. Just give it a little tonal value. Not thrilled with that. And now I just have this space. And I thought I'd do this again, and then. Can we do that in here? Yes, we're gonna go like so. Oh man, that's tough. Well, what the heck? We'll just do this, right? Whoops, that's the fat one. I need the skinny one. Even though this, I just bought these. So I'm not real happy with them. We'll go like so, like so. This is what you do, I guess. You talk to yourself, or you, right? Oh, you haven't gotten them yet? Oh, but you're far, far away. Well, I don't know. You're not far, far away. Far, farther away than the rest of us. Are you are you across the pond, Devin? I don't remember now. Because I think the rest, all of us have gotten them. I know Becky got hers. You were in here yesterday, weren't you? Where I read yours? Oh, you're up in Canada. Okay. Well, I'm going to put that in. Yeah, I sent Carol a pen, and I totally screwed up mail stripes in UK. Huh. Oh man, that's screwed up. Bing, bing. I guess here, but I can't. Oh, what the heck did I do there? Let's see. Let's do this here. And I put the wrong address on it completely. I think I only had her last name and maybe where she lived. What the heck did I can't can't put there. If I put a line here. Oh lordy, I screwed that up royally. Oh well. Mark that one up. But she got it. Took forever. But I put the wrong address on it. Well, let's see. If I put a thing here, and yeah, I can't do anything about that. Oh well. Let's see. The Royal Mail uses artwork that looks the same as the first coin of King Charles. That might make them. Oh, really? Is it that bad? Oh, the key is to work in one direction only. Well, I was kind of working that way. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well. It is what it is. And you, let's just put a little shadowing down here and a little shading down here, like so, like under the key. I always miss the key. Okay. Well, that's for better or for worse. And I'm following. Now I got to do this. Got to do this right. All right. So I'm following the 11-step zentagle process. Now I can initial it, and you're supposed to practice your initials. So my initials I've practiced, and I'm doing an A, and then come straight down, and an L, and then my middle initial is C. So that's my official Zentangle initial. So you're supposed to initial the front and sign and date the back. And comment. I have no comment. Because because I'm not, but this is number 2. So so now number 1 and number 2, and a couple of hiccups along the way, but not too awfully bad. And I'm sorry. I'm supposed to reflect and appreciate. So I'll try not to criticize. I have a couple of blips here, and I don't know whether that can really be fixed. So I'm just going to not look at it. I'll try to appreciate it. And then I'm supposed to admire it close up. Okay. And then I'm supposed to admire it far, far away. So I'm looking at it far, far away, kind of. All right. And there you go. For better or for worse, day 1, day 2. And most people don't have an hour. Well, it took me less than an hour and a half because I read about appreciation. So I thought if I had some, I would have just put my initials in the oops. I could have. See, Becky. That would have been perfect, because and then I could have put my initials right there, and that would have covered the oops. But it's too late. Oh, which one is my favorite to do? Well, I really like this, but these are really nice because they're easy. But there's some really cool ones in here. I mean, you got these cherry bombs over here. And this one's really cool. I've done that one. I've done a lot of these. There's somewhere. And here they're talking about, the shadowing where the sun is. And actually I've done. Do you want to do a quick perusal? Hi. Mary Lou, good morning. They get really cool. These are these are obviously not 3x3s. And I love this thing here. This is on the cover here, and where is it? These are really cool too. And when you color them in, and then you can see they have some very interesting ones, like little leaves. And look at that. Here's tangles and value patterns. I've done those. And I did this. It's somewhere. I have no idea. Yes, I know. I saw that. And I thought about doing those, and then I thought, well, I could just go right through here. Just do day 8, and whatever it is, I do it. And then the other cool thing is on black paper with white pencil or gold pen. Look at that one. I love these cherry ones. And this one, I love these flower ones that kind of look like tones. Day 11. There's a great website too. I think it's Patterns-Collections. They have zentangles, and they have how-tos, and they're rated like, easy, intermediate, and advanced. See, some of these are they're really cool. Geometric and organic patterns. That one I've done. That was a cool one. And then look, introducing a little journal. Oh, look. It's like a wallet. I just made a wallet out of a paper bag not too long ago. This one's a fun one too. This tangle one here, I've done. That's a pretty cool one. But I like the way they give you And then some of these are, I always have trouble with the Celtic knots. I have trouble. I can tell you. Oh, look, there's a little doggy. And then I've zentangled, like, I'm sure a lot of you've done that. You just put your hand down and zentangled your hand. God, my hand is, you can see where I broke my wrist. I fell at one of my trips to Disney. I fell and I broke my wrist. And it was all my fault. And then color. ZIAs. I don't know what ZIA stands for. As you experiment with creating ZIA on the color, I don't know. Do anybody know what a ZIA is? Zentangle, photocopy tiles. Today we're going to explore working on bold colored paper. Huh. That would be interesting. I've never done that. That's day 20. Zentangle ink art. I don't know. Choose a tile with open airy graphics, one with busy graphics. Choose a tile that has the majority of the tone values in the high key area. I have no idea what she's talking about. Zentangle something or other on, I don't know. I'll have to, these things are, you ever see that guy who does these big things with a magic marker on, I find the Celtic knots type things, I use a pencil first. No, I don't know. I would use a pencil because I lose my place. I mean, you have a little dot and then you go out, you come out on one side of the dot and then you go in and then you go out. And then I usually get lost somewhere in the middle. And then it's, and now she's got a little, you think you do that in the beginning, I still have trouble with the color wheel. I really do. And I know it's a mental block. And it's, I don't know. Yeah, this is, I've had this book for a while. 2016? No, 2012. I don't know whether her pup is under the weather. Luna's not well. And I guess they're trying to find an emergency vet to take her to. We have an emergency veterinary hospital about 2 miles from here. And, but it's Sunday, And they need Dr. Pole. See, look at that. That's just so different. You wouldn't even think of Zentangle when you looked at that. And here's this woman. She says, it's peaceful to look at as they are to draw. Feathers are my go-to meditation when I need to calm down or center myself. I didn't know. That's my problem. That's what I'm going to have to do before the boys get here. I'm just going to have to sit down and draw me some feathers so I can calm down. There they are there. I'm, I'll talk to Richard today and get a menu going. What they'll eat. And there's October 31st right there. It's a heart. Oh, and now they get into the letters. That's cool. And look, shoes. I've seen those. So anyway, this. Oh, look there. Inspiration Library. Oh, aren't those cool? I guess you can buy, Oh, that's good eats. I wonder if you could Zentangle. Could you Zentangle on the back? I guess you could, couldn't you? I guess you could zentangle on the back of a domino. Why? Are there any? Let me see. Doesn't everybody have a domino on their table? I do. Look, you could. That's the front. I don't know. I thought I was trying to print with the domino. Look at that. You could. Why? I don't know, but that would be fun, huh? Because that's kind of like a little thingy there. Yeah, I got some of these. Actually, these are from Johnny. That would be fun. And just a bowl. You got owls and yeah, the possibilities are endless. Oh, if you have the right, yeah, I would imagine. I don't know what one of these things wouldn't work, huh? Oh yeah, it would. You could. You could. You could zentangle on a domino. Yeah, that'll be fun. I could try that. I mean, I was printing with this. And I think I tried to carve. I don't know what I was trying to do. I know I was putting this in paint and then making marks with it. So where'd you get your cider? Cider. Did you go to? Did you buy your cider in the supermarket? Folk patterns in resin. That's kind of fun, though, right? Ooh, that's kind of cool. That would make a neat Christmas card if you only did it once and made copies of it. That would be really pretty on a Christmas card piece. Oh, fabric prints. Wow. I guess you could stitch this. Oh, Walmart. Okay. We could stitch this, couldn't you? We could sew. I'm saying we. Janet, you could do it. Becky, you could stitch this, right? You could do a little on fabric, creating your own fabric prints, but you could stitch that. Yeah, I don't like hot cider either. I don't care. No, I don't like hot cider. Mono printing. I almost did some mono printing this morning, but I just couldn't. Creating the rest of your Zentangle journey. So that's really the gist of this book. It's pretty cool. One Zentangle a day. Oh, okay. Well, cinnamon, yeah. Anything you can draw, you can stitch over. Absolutely. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So I really have nothing else. I was going to start a Halloween journal. And I have that out, kind of. We made those never ending. I have carved some stamps. Ooh. Oh, that's a good idea. So you big stamps, like square stamps or eraser stamps? Devin says, I have carved some stamps based on some Zentangle patterns and then use them on the jelly plate. That sounds like a really good idea. I've got some stamps this size. This is a nice size to carve. There was one of those places, one of those companies, Craft Bees or Bee Crafts, I don't know, and they were giving out you know, their product to try, and I got their carving kit, and it came with blocks of carving material that were these squares, and as you can see, I carved the heck out of this. I did a bird, I did this little character that I saw in a Somerset studio, and then I did designs on the sides. So I got but I find this a nice size. Yeah, I'd like to see those too. I still, I cannot make peace with my jelly plate. I try. And I can do some jelly plating, but man, it's just. Okay. My Alien Folio series. I'm going to look for that. I'm going to write that down. I like the name. Alien Folio. That is such a cool name. This bird appeared, this appeared in a Somerset studio. And I liked it, so I copied it. I made it into a stamp. And I usually make foam stamps. I don't, I like the carving, but I normally don't carve. And I bought some big linoleum things, but I haven't done. Ancient Alien Folio 3. Okay, let's add the ancient. You didn't say ancient. Okay. Oh, thank you, Janet. Janet just put the link in. That'll be great to go check out. So you take the stamp and you put the paint down first, and then you stamp. Put the paper down and then pull, I'm assuming. All right, she's going to go check. That's on my to-do arty crafty list. Carve zentagle. Yeah, I'm going to try that, because it doesn't. And what would be interesting? You could just not do the whole zentagle, but just carve. Just carve like just one thing. You know what I mean? Just one, and then you could put them together. Yeah, I want to go. But you can something like that. I'm pointing and you can't even see. I'm such a horrible hostess. But something like that would not be too difficult to carve. Like that would be fairly doable. Yeah, that would be cool. I like that idea. Okay, you're carving on erasers, like Mary does. Yeah, let's see. This is, well, believe it or not, this is a fish. And it does look like a fish once it's carved. It's like a modern fish. And then, oh, I didn't realize I carved a ghost. Oh, that's the fish. I'm very rude of me just to show you. I mean, I could print them since we got a couple of minutes. And let's see. There's my little modern, like, fishy. And I did a print of these where I had them like here, 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 and here. And my little birdie. I really like this little birdie. Maybe we should carve some stamps on a future, because they're a lot of fun to do. Here's the little birdie. And here's this little, character that I found. It was just a little whimsical thing. And again, it's not original. I just saw it, a little picture in a magazine, and I turned it into a stamp. Let's see. Ta-da! And this is her little hair flying in the breeze, and she's just flying off. And then this was, I think this was for Aunt Bex. I think this was inspired by you, Aunt Becky, if you're still here. I did that. I had a big jelly plate that ended up with bubbles in it, Becky, and I cut it up, and I cut it up into shapes. I cut up like a circle and just different shapes. That's a gnome. Does that look like a gnome? Well, that's my version of a gnome. That's my gnome stamp. And here's my lion. And this, why after alive or space? Exactly. Yeah. At least I have nothing on the floor. And this, I don't know, I just started carving a lion. I don't know why I carved a lion, but I did. Not a very good lion, but this is a nice size. And I have a couple left from that. And then these stamps are really, they're very hard. The regular yellow ones, they're very hard to stamp. I mean, carve. They're not fun. But I think this was, there's a little, I didn't realize, see, I could have done a whole thing on stamps. Look at this. And then I make one-off stamps a lot. And I use the foams. I mean, you cut out the little foamy things. And then I glue them on a piece of cardboard. And these are out of those little fun foamy things. And this, I can find a piece of paper, is very appropriate. Ta-da! Some really funky looking pumpkins. And then the other thing is you can die cut. You take a die cut and you can run the that fun foam through your die cut machine with the die cuts, and you can make stamps out of those too. This is one of my favorites that I made, and that's the fun foam. And this is one of my favorite little stamps that I made. And of course, I hope I got some ink on it. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Let's see. Keep your fingers crossed. Ta-da! That's my pen and pencil. That's my fountain pen. And that's just, I literally took a ballpoint pen and drew that on a piece of fun foam and then cut it out and stuck it on a piece of cardboard. So you can make just, I make a lot of one-offs. I need a stamp for something. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have them with the textures. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, I never think to put a stamp on a jelly plate. I'm gonna have to try that. You got me thinking. And I made some birthday balloons. And I just put red ink and yellow ink, and you got birthday balloons here. I don't want to put black ink on them. And then, what's this? Oh, I tried to do a face, but she didn't really. This was on obviously a much bigger piece that I had bought. I had bought some bigger pieces of stuff to. I don't think I have paper big enough. Let me see. Don't you love it when you're in your craft room and you can't find a piece of paper, but you're surrounded by paper everywhere? How many of you find you can't find? Ugh. Let's see. And I take scrap pieces of paper. Oh, Becky, I'm making a mess, girl. Hi, Janet. All right. Yeah, I think this, I wasn't happy with this. And I saw something and I tried to carve it. Hi, Joni. All right, let's see. Oh, it's not too bad. I think, well, you can see where I screwed up here at the top. Yeah, for someone that really can't, not too bad. But there you go. A world of fun. And now I'm all inked up. And fish. I carved this fish on a cork, and I carved a skeleton of a fish. But this one is tricky because when you print this, you got to roll it to get the whole, and you have to roll it like so. I didn't roll it good. Let's see. Roll it like so. So I have the little fish bones on a cork. I have another fish that I carved and then made a copy and then made one. It's a foamy one. And I sent it to Caged Fish. And this is actually, honest to gosh, this is, I know, this is one of my most favorite stamps that I made a long time ago. And these are on little pieces of cardboard, and you can see they're nothing to them, but let's see here. There. I love that fish. So I have a whole collection. I have a whole aquarium. Stick a corncob handle on each end of the cork, like a little rolling pin. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. I was into fish. I don't know. I got a whole bunch of fish. Don't ask me why. I got skeleton fish. And it was my brother's birthday. And he has a tennis shop, had a tennis shop. So I made a tennis racket to put on his birthday card. So again, you can make, I mean, these are so easy. You can do, anything. I mean, it's kind of, well, you would say a tennis racket, maybe, right? I had other tennis stuff on the birthday card. But again, look at this. This is Cheez-It box and Scotch tape. So carving's fun. It's meditative. But I think that would be fun. I like the idea of carving some zentagle patterns. I think that's and this is, oh boy, this is another one that I love. And it was, who had this? Kathy Berg had this, but I don't think it would, maybe it was a stamp, but the hat of the lady was colored in, and I couldn't carve that well, but I managed to get the outline of the woman. Well, so happy to have you here, Joni. See, I just like the simplicity of her because that's just what I could do. But I never use them. You know, you carve them and then you never use them. Just do borders, right? Here's another fish. I don't know what the fish thing is, but I made a lot of fish. That one's not too bad. It's not as nice as the other one I like better. But this was, again, on foamy, and I glued 2 layers of the foam together to make it easier to stamp. And I needed why, I don't know why, I don't remember why I needed this. No, I'm not going to get any ink on it, I don't think. Let me see. I don't think I'm going to get any ink on it. Let's see. Yeah, a little teapot. Tea. Yeah, I like this fish too. But I think this is my favorite. But let's get the fish. I got all these little bits and pieces. So. And of course, you got to have one of these, right, in your stamp collection. You got to have at least one. Look at this mess. Now I'm going to have to put these. You got to have an eyeball. And I think I made it so you can kind of use it. It's like a unisex eyeball. Use it on. See, look, you got a whole face, and you can. There you go. Doesn't matter, right or left. Can't. Not even cross up. That actually. Now I need to carve a nose, right? Are you? And then I know I was telling you. Let me see if I can find. Well, there's a birthday. And then, of course, you have to have a. Let's see what I can. Let's see. This is just on foam. Well, that didn't come out and get enough ink on it, but you need a border of hats that's on foam. So I got a whole, this is just, we needed watermelons, but I wanted to show you, you think I could find it now? All right, this is the last one, and then I will say adieu. And I will thank you all for hanging out with me and putting up with my ramblings and my zentanglings. But if I can, I don't think this ink pad's not big enough. Let me, I can't find the cover to that one. There it is over here. Man alive, Becky, you are so right. All right. Thanks, Beck. Thanks for coming. Good luck with your mother-in-law. Get her situated. Get her. All right. This is the last one. This is a big one. And I needed it. One leg even fell off as we were moving them. Oh, dear. Let's see. Yeah. This was a big, and again, this is a piece of fun foam. And hopefully it'll stamp out. And I like this one. It's weird. Not weird. It's not weird. Ta-da! It's a bicycle. There it is. With a basket and spokes. I'm misprinting it, But again, easy to do. All right. Thank you so much. I will say adieu. Again, I won't be here next Sunday. Please keep Carol and family and Luna in your thoughts and prayers. Because Luna's not doing well. So hopefully things will work out for her pup. Luna's the one that Luna's the one that barks. It's Loca who's the one that sings. All right. Bye bye. Be safe. Have a good week. See you around on the internets. And again, thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate your company. Bye bye.